Midnight Mormons, mature and childish.
Cult apologia, of course.
I knew you come across as a sweet guy. You kind of look like Shermie the elf from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Don't like to make toys.
You know, naive people doing naive things to try to justify belief.
Waku L, Cardon Ellis, and Brad Whitbeck, and then Midnight Mormons, where they get even more vicious and cruel.
Then they fought us.
You are going to be tarred with the same brush as these two, and it will not be good for you any more than it already is.
Because you don't need 20 friends, you just need 3 motherfuckers. You can take over a country. Okay, that's what we're confused as Americans. We think we need all these motherfuckers. You give me 3 bad motherfuckers, and you're finished. You understand me? You're fucking finished.
Brace yourself for another episode of
That's something that has been concerning me a little bit in the ex-Mormon world. When you leave the moral framework of Mormonism, sometimes you let go of some principles and ideas that, even though they're found in Mormonism, they're not unique to Mormonism, but they're still really important for us to get along in the messiness of life, and forgiveness and grace are a big part of that.
We have a rising generation that is struggling with very difficult questions and are looking for answers.
I know this video is going to get people getting mad at me. I get really nervous when you look off camera like that quick. Siaka's bringing up a really good point. He says, I want to judge a man for exactly...
Whoa, hey, Cardon.
What?
Chill.
Now, here's where it gets weird, okay?
ignition in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Boom. You ready to go, Will the Thrill?
Yep.
All right, sick. You ready to go, buddy?
Yep, I'm excited.
Oh, you're excited? Oh, got to talk in your mic, bro, and I got to pump you up.
Okay.
Yeah, good. You got such a diminutive voice, brother. I gotta bring you up all the way, dude. Say something now.
Testing.
Okay. Yeah, speak up like with gumption. Get that microphone right in your face, brother. You do you, man. So, hey everybody, welcome to the Hangout stream. You know, we decided we're gonna have a little bit of fun tonight. We were actually originally going to do a little bit of a live stream with Dan, the Physiognomy Man, but unfortunately some events kept us both predisposed. So me and Will the Thrill here were recording, and we just decided, you know what? Let's jump on the interwebs and let's just make this a live stream. And we're actually really excited anyway, though, because I'm actually going to show you here on our screen. We've started doing a little bit of a kind of once a week mailbag with all the different comments that we get on all these different videos that people have seen and stuff like that. So we're going to start interacting with you as an audience to see what you think about the mailbag. So if you guys are all down with that, I'm totally down with that, and we can start rocking and rolling as we let people just jump into the chat here. You know what I'm saying? Before you get started, if you have any burning questions, you know, me and Will the Thrill, we're open for business here. and seeing what's up. Dude, I swear, I think you still need to talk louder, bro. Is it just yours? Am I doing something wrong over here, bro?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can, but dude, you gotta speak up, dog-alicious, man.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, either that or it's maybe I just gotta boost your bass and give you that like crazy radio host. You know what I'm saying? The crazy.
Tonight at 11.
Yeah, tonight at 11:30. All right, cool, sick. So anyway, Thomas y Jesus Tomeni. You're a member. You joined the channel, so your little icon pops up, which brings my eye to it. But he savages me in the chat already. First chat I see says, "Where are the good hosts?"
Come on.
Ouch, dog. What do you have to say to that, Will the Thrill?
I don't know. Like they're in somewhere. I don't know.
Yeah.
They're right here.
Yeah, exactly. All right, bro. Hey, well, you know what? Let's interact with some of these people here. And we want to go over some of these comments here. Before we jump into the comments, though, Will, what's it like now that you're coming on Midnight Mormons, dude?
It's been fun.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Okay, well, elaborate, dog. Tell us what's up.
Well, it's been fun. I've gotten a lot of good feedback from you guys. It's been fun looking at all your comments. I've gotten time to look at your comments and reply to some. Some are jokingly funny, and
do some of them kind of suck?
no. I had an interesting one that I really liked that asked who taught me a lot about this, and I had a really fun time replying to that, and that was really good.
Cool. All right. So we got Will the Thrill versus anti-Mormons triple his age. Anyway, okay, cool. We're actually just going to jump right in here and just go over some of the comments from the last couple of videos that we've had, because we've had a lot of fun making these, and it was pretty crazy recording them. The first one we're going to do, we just have to get this one. We just have to get this one out of the way because it was freaking rad. But will you survive the apocalypse? All right. And it wasn't, let me see, it was Kwaku's Guide to Anti-Mormons was one of my first videos. This one, I believe, was Midnight Mormon's Guide to the Apocalypse. All right. What'd you think about that video, bro?
This is one of the funniest videos. This is straight Kwaku and Brad just being like super funny, and it's just amazing. You love to see it.
Okay, cool. So what was your favorite comment, dude?
I think the funniest part, my favorite comment.
Here, let's go to the first one right here. This one blew my mind, dude.
Yeah, this is
amazing.
amazing.
So 777 King of Kings. This is one of the first comments, and I saw it, and I was like, man, this better be real. This is interesting. So,
I've seen this person on our live streams before, so they've watched our videos a lot.
Yeah, I've interacted with 777 King of Kings 777, who is either a big-time gambler and loves the one-armed bandits, you know what I'm saying, in Vegas, or just has an affinity for lucky number 7, which reminds me of the movie Lucky Number 11. I totally just dated myself there. But anyway, it says, looking forward to this one, boys. I also forgot to mention, hence the editing, I met with the missionary Sunday, and they're stopping by Wednesday. What? After being RLDS, I think I'm ready to join the LDS church. Holy smoke. You guys are the reason I gave it a chance, and I thank all three of you guys. You really steered me into the church, and I have a love for the restored gospel, so thank you again, Brad, Kwaku, and the doggy himself, Cardon. Dude, I just got called a doggy, bro. Does that make me cool?
Maybe.
Are the kids still using the term doggy?
Not me, but maybe other kids are.
Oh, okay, cool. Not you?
No, I don't say weird stuff.
Oh, no. How is that weird, dog? It's not like he said groovy.
That's true. I mean, I just don't say stuff. I just speak like most people say I speak like a 30-year-old man sometimes.
Oh, dude, what's wrong with a 30-year-old man, dude?
Well, they're not going to say doggy.
This one does.
Yeah.
What's up, dog? You're right. I don't say doggy, but
yeah, you know what I mean. Like,
okay, cool.
Fine.
Get that microphone closer to your face, bro. Get that microphone closer to your face, man.
Is this okay?
Yeah, that's a lot better, man. So anyway, dude, 77 King of Kings. I hope you're not lying, bro. I hope this is really a beginning of your spiritual journey, bro. And I wish you the best of luck on it. And I'd love to know more of your story. I mean, this is intriguing. And we're starting to make all these really great connections with all these other sects and faiths that existed before what Wikipedia at least calls the succession crisis, when Joseph Smith was martyred. And we're doing all kinds of great historical interviews with people that have actually started I don't want to say reconnecting, because there's actually always been a connection, especially in the historical community, but there's been a much bigger cooperation between all the different sects now, at least amongst the historians, in a desire and that mutual common background of trying to restore and keep preserved, especially the earliest years of Mormon history. I've noticed I've become friends with a lot of RLDS people. I met some interesting Strangite people now, and started learning about some of these other sects, some of them as tiny as only 40 members, that exist now and trace their roots back to 1847. So super intriguing. Yeah, buddy?
Yeah, so I think one reason I did want to do a stream with this is so that we could interact with people after reviewing their comments. And one thing, good thing, 717s of Kings 777 is on the chat right now. And he said, they came today, and he's talking about the missionaries, and we talked about the iron rod, one of my favorite stories. So that's awesome. And yeah, so I'm excited for you and love to see your journey.
Oh, rock on. And Brittany the Shadow says hi from the chat as well. Okay, well, so we're going to cruise back here and jump back into the zombie apocalypse. Dude, here's comment number 2. And this is really funny.
Yeah.
Quacku, spelled Quacku. Like, I love how everybody, okay, so nobody can say his name right in person. Very few can actually pronunciate it. See, that's a perfect example right there.
I said it right the first time.
Pronounce it, yeah. And Siri botches it horribly.
Yeah, Siri makes it terrible.
Siri's like, I have the English Siri, so it says, calling Quacku. You know what I'm saying? It's the worst thing.
I have the Australian Siri, so it'd be like, Quacku.
Oh, that's funny. You got Australian Siri? Okay.
Yeah.
So here we got from wrong is right, and he did it upside down wording. That's kind of cool. Says, Quacku should start the militia with us. Training sessions in the Vasa steam room.
Yeah.
Zombie movie nights, 9mm training sessions, implementation of husbandry. Brilliant. You know, that reminds me of... Yeah,
it'll
what?
be the Quaku Festival Battalion.
Dude, I really question how much actual practical knowledge in firearms and apocalyptic survival Quaku actually has.
Does Quaku really know
Like,
anything
I
about, like,
was about to say, I mean...
Like, can he shoot, like, straight, like...
Yeah, I would just tell him to get his mic closer to his face. Well, I think he can shoot straight, because I've been to the range with him. It's just, I mean... We were showing up with all my pieces, if you get what I'm saying. So
yeah, I can see that.
So anyway, but still, apparently there's a call to get things started with him. Here's another one. This is interesting. Community, the stronger the community, then one survival and a cataclysmic event is increased by how many of these we surround ourselves with are looking out for the interests of the whole and not for themselves. Now, actually, I remember why I put this stuff up. Dude, a Latter-day Saint on Fire, I think, is using straight up voice to text when he's making his comments. Because these things end up being telephone poles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They end up being telephone poles, and like they're 50% on their grammar. So if you're using voice to text in the comments, A, that's super awesome. But B, brevity is the essence of wit, man. You gotta be concise. So anyway, Lisa brings up a really good point here and says, I'm not sure Utah will be the ideal place to be. You read this one, Will. You read it. You're Will the Thrill.
I'm not sure Utah will be the ideal place to be. You remember the prophecies say that the cleansing will begin at his house, right? We were led to Utah a few years ago. Not sure why, but definitely have to trust that God knows what he's doing, because it's going to be rough here for sure.
Dude, I don't know. See, like, okay, so Utahns are tough, man. And I mean, it's a conservative place. Generally, conservative people are more into their, Second Amendment, at least in America, rights, which is the right for an individual citizen to bear arms. But like, I'm sorry, just like having a lifted truck and a couple of rifles does not a survivalist make. Like, where's your water coming from, Utah?
Yeah.
Like, I really ask that. You can't go and suck up the Great Salt Lake, all right?
Yeah,
you get your teeth full of brine shrimp.
They don't get the Anheuser-Busch there to take all the dirt, the water out of those silos.
Yeah, you're referencing all the survival water that was packaged by Anheuser-Busch during the freaking
I looked up
earthquake.
a picture of that. It's just so funny how it looks.
Yeah, dude, I had all of those in my garage, man. So, here in California, it's really dry as well. However, I mean, there are lots of natural bodies of water. And these are the stats that I've read. 85% of the population kills itself in the first 72 hours just fighting over perceived scarcity of water. So, dude, when the crap hits the fan and we're all literally in the zombie apocalypse, water is the name of the game that knocks out 85% of. So we're already down to what, 15% population?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, there's natural bodies of water that have existed for tens of thousands of years.
Yeah.
Within like straight up walking distance of me. All right.
Like the pioneers had to do this stuff. Now, not all the pioneers made it, but.
Yeah. Yeah. Dig it out. We don't know if that's a good example or a bad example, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Dude, for survival, I mean, Utah is just so arid. And I mean, those pioneers building that St. George temple, like, had to get bailed out multiple times with just basics in food by people coming down from even semi more farmable areas like Salt Lake City. But dude, that Central Valley in California, 3 out of 4 vegetables on an American plate are from the Central Valley. And I know we've drained a lot of lakes up there, but fresh water, that's the name of the game, dude. That's the name of the game.
So you know what I think is a really funny concept is when you look at the temperature of like California, you can look at like somewhere in like Los Angeles, it's like blazing red and it's like hot all over the place. And then you just look at Central California. It's like one of those temperature maps that says how like hot it is. And so it's blazing hot in like Southern California. And then you look at Central California and it's all green and blue and it's nice. It's just funny that it sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, dude. So we actually had a really interesting comment here in the chat. If you guys want to ask us any questions, feel free to super chat us. If you got something for Will the Thrill, feel free to super chat us. We're just having a fun little chill hangout stream here. Nothing big. But Latter-day Cat, thank you for sharing with us your story here. She said, I'm blind and lately I've been exploring accessibility within the church. The app is so-so, but bro, I'm shook at how quickly missionaries can pull out a Braille Book of Mormon. Oh, that's very touching. That's good to know. And I literally think that one of the greatest measures of a society, I heard a phrase once that says, you can measure a man on top by how he treats those on bottom. And I'm not saying that people that have visual impairments are bottom dwellers or anything like that. No, but I think the obvious linguistic analogy is you can measure the strength of a society by how well it treats people that need special accommodations, right? And that's actually pretty sick. If some missionaries like track down a Braille Book of Mormon for you and just rip that out. Braille amazes me. You ever used it, bro?
I mean, we've studied.
Did you have to
at
learn
school.
it in elementary school?
In elementary school, we learned it, and it's a cool thing because they have it on all of the they have to have it on all the signs, so you can. It's like a really easy thing to teach at school because you can just walk out to a sign that says like room 13 or something, and it'll have it in Braille right under it.
Yeah, dude, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty sick. Actually, it's kind of wild, but our family, there's a bunch of people in our family that do sign language because there was one of our cousins had hearing impairment. It was actually one of the first cochlear implants, which is like that thing they drill into your skull and like make like a semi-cyborg out of you, and it's pretty rad. But yeah, so I got a couple of cousins that like legit can do all the signing and, you know, do all the signs. It's actually pretty sick.
My sister, she actually did sign language for the national anthem for her school at her graduation.
Get out of town, really?
Yeah, she did that. It was really cool.
Oh, dude, sick. That's pretty rad. Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, anyway, let's keep on going here. Mike Garrison throwing some shade at Kwaku. Says, yo, what the HE double hockey sticks, Kwaku? I live in Vegas. How are you going to leave us to fend for ourselves? LOL. Dude, you know.
That's Kwaku's decision, you know what I mean? Like.
Vegas is hilarious to me. It's like the #1 destination city of sin. It is like literally the land in Pinocchio where you can do any carnal pleasure you want. But
Except for when you get to Bass Pro Shops. That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. But it was straight up founded by Mormons. Like, except for maybe Mennonites and Puritans. I don't know if there's like a more... You didn't know Vegas was founded by Mormons, bro?
No. They didn't make the casinos.
Well, okay. So the city in
city
the
was made by
1850s. Yeah,
the
in fact.
city was made, not the terrible stuff that when they.
What,
did.
are you saying gambling's terrible, bro? What if me and Brittany just go and have some fun every once in a while?
I think gambling is terrible.
No,
I think the prophets have told you that.
Oh, snap! Did I just get prophet shamed by what are you in Blazers, dog? Or like what's it? Or no, young men. Sorry, I forgot what they call those. But anyway, yeah. So we got Michael Garrison, a brother from Vegas. I think it's hilarious that like maybe outside of Gilbert and Mesa and Provo and Salt Lake City and then LA and Orange counties, probably the highest concentration of members is in Vegas. And, you know, you think one of two things when you hear Vegas: strippers and Mormons.
Yeah.
That's like freaking hilarious to me.
Yeah, Vegas is cool. I want to stay in Vegas, not in the part of the city, but I want to go to Silverton where they have the Bass Pro Shops. Love going there.
Dude, you really dig these Bass Pro Shops, huh, bro?
I love going to Bass Pro Shops.
What do you dig?
I love fishing, so.
Okay, that's cool. Anyway, all right, dude. So we only got like 30 more minutes here. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna bring this last one up, dude. So now let's hit this. We got our video on fatherlessness. Actually, it was not listening to the proclamation of the family breeds violence, I believe was the name of the video, right? So we got some interesting comments here. First, Christopher Hemingway says, "I am a witness that not only the strength I displayed to my sons, but their knowledge that dad was absolutely not going to put up with certain things so they don't challenge my authority. No problems with the law among any of those boys. Boys do not respect talk, they respect walk." Ooh, that's a strong phrase.
Yeah, it is.
Boys do not respect talk, they respect walk.
Mm-hmm.
One of the problems for fathers in the home is that through the power of Satan, our government undermines fathers and every possible. Dude, that's true, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all these government programs and societal norms have definitely undermined the place of the father in the home. So that's pretty powerful, Christopher Hemingway. And kind of like what is happening in every liberal governed cities. Oh, he said it. That do not bring the hammer down on lawbreakers.
Mangers? What is that?
Yeah, that was pretty bad. So when society gathers against traditional fathers, you are undermining your own society. You know, it's true, dude. What'd you think of that video from a young man's perspective, bro? What'd you think?
Of the fatherless video?
Yeah, the video on like rejecting the proclamation of the family breeds violence.
I think most of the video was spent on the scouts.
Okay, yeah.
And I think that's a thing where I think that scouts was needed. Now, I think it's okay that they got rid of scouts, but they didn't replace it, as you said. They didn't do well in replacing it.
Really? Did you ever do scouts, or are you too young?
No, I did scouts. Yeah, so scouts was fun. And then we switched out of it. Sadly, I never got to go to scout camp. But they said they were going to do a lot of like activity days in primary, but they never really did it, which kind of made me a little sad just because.
Yeah, it's kind of like we were like meant to transition but never did.
Yeah, that's exactly what it was like.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I hear you. All right, next one, dude. Next one. Let's keep going over these, man. Let's keep going over these. Cherie Cox, she's commented a lot, says, "My husband and other adult priesthood leaders are on a camp with a young man in our ward right now."
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Not much has changed here as far as that part goes. And my youngest son has his Eagle and only needed his paperwork signed, but decided not to get it after girls were let into scouts. Oh, really? Savage. That's actually one where I was actually pretty down with it, at least post 16 years old. Just because I thought there was a lot of really cool crossover activities that you could do that actually would be mutually beneficial. But the 11 to 14-year-olds, you need to keep them separate, or else they don't act the same. They don't pick up as much. They're super self-conscious.
Yeah.
You need to have that separation at a young age. You never really went through that, did you, Willow Thrill?
No. I missed most of scouts actually because I was always at like football practice or something.
Oh, really? What do you play, dog?
Football, as I just said.
No, I know, but what position you play, dude?
Oh, I play nose guard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm the big
Is that
boy.
a tough guy position?
Yeah. Go straight head on with the center, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So can you beat people up? Can your dad beat up my dad?
What?
No, totally just kidding. I'm just kidding. So anyway, he said once the program became a girl and boy thing, he was done with it. So it's now a local bishopric as well as parents to get those boys doing their duty to God, family, community, and country. It's on us now. The church wants us parents to be more involved and in charge of our children's spiritual educations with the church as a support. Now, yes, that's true. As parents, we're always number one in charge.
That's exactly what it kind of transitioned to. It went from we were supposed to do kind of activity days and sort of thing, but then it just went to find activities to go into, take into your own hands, and you do something at home, basically.
Yeah.
Now they still do activity days now, I think. I think since I left primary, we didn't really do activity days, but now I think they do them a little bit more.
Okay, that's cool, man. That's cool. So what's your favorite part? Like, so dude, I got a question for you, man. What's your favorite part of being a kid in the church right now? What's the thing you brag to your friends about?
Well, all my friends are in the church also, so I don't.
Shut up, dude. There's like 5 of us in our city now because all of them moved out. No, so what? Is that you only got 5 friends? What?
No,
Yeah. What, dog?
I have some friends that are.
Are most of your friends members of church, bro?
Yeah, like most of them. I have like one like kind of friend group that is not, and I'm the only person. But it's fine. It's just I've had them ask me some questions about the church, and I've just answered them. It's been like fulfilling to answer questions that my friends asked me.
Really? Like what they ask you, bro?
I can't remember, but I remember I can't remember the questions. But
It's all good. You don't have to be on the spot. I was just seeing if something else rang a bell, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's pretty cool being a young Mormon kid. It's cool.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is, you notice that a lot of kids that are Mormon are like the smartest kids in the class.
Shut up, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's like 4 kids. There's like 5 kids in our class that are like a part of the church, and literally they're like the smartest 5 kids out of the entire class. Yeah, by far. Like we're getting like this year I only missed 2 tests where I didn't get 100% on them.
Really?
Yeah, I got over 90% on every single test.
Dude, but you don't mean to brag, right?
No, I'm not trying to brag.
Yeah, no,
I mean,
just I'm just kidding, dude.
It's helped me a lot mentally, and I've had a lot of times where I'm doing a test and I'll just take my hat off during class real quick. I'll say a prayer to see which question to pick.
That's cool. Hey, now, by the way, we've already gone over the comments, so everybody in the chat, feel free to blow us up with your if you got any questions, hit us with a super chat. We kind of can just have some fun here as we're just chilling and hanging out, finishing up here, seeing what you guys want to know, any cool questions you got. We got some super hip videos coming up. And while we're waiting for you guys' questions in the chat, I can totally tell you we got some great content coming out, and super special thanks to all of the Venmo people that have actually contributed through Midnight Mormons on Venmo. I got to figure out some way to see if people want a shout out when they donate, because we've had a lot of people actually be very generous, and it's helped us, just pay for all the plane flights, getting Quaco down here, getting Brad down here lodging, getting a lot of our guests accommodated, so on and so forth. Los Angeles is an expensive place to put people up. It's an awesome place to do it. But it's an expensive process. So thanks to everybody. Thanks to everybody who's been helping us out. And I got to figure out if any of these people want some publicity, like some like a shout out on the stream or something. Because I don't know if some of them are going to get in trouble with their anti-Mo uncle or something if they find out that they donated. You know what I'm saying? Or that they totally contributed to the channel. Yeah, what's up, bro?
I have a comment I want to go over, and it was from Thomas E. Jesus Timone.
Okay, yeah, what did he say? What did he say?
He said, "Will, do you feel the Spirit when you testify?" So I'm actually, in my ward, I bear my testimony a lot. And it was funny because I started bearing my testimony when I was like 3, and I did it like every week.
When you were 3?
Yeah. Or it was probably when I was like 5. Okay. It was around there.
Okay.
And like no kids used to go up. There wasn't a lot of kids that used to go up, and not a lot of kids my age would go up because they would just stay down. But I went up when I was like in like preschool one time. That's what it was. So I was like 4 when I first went up to bear my testimony. And I did it just like month after month, and it felt really fulfilling. And the more you bear your testimony and the more you read your scriptures, the more you can strengthen that testimony to be more faithful and more wise.
Dude. So I feel kind of guilty that I didn't do that as much as a kid or something. Whose kid are you, man? Like, yeah, we just made a little Mormon ad. Actually, do you even know what a Mormon ad is, bro? Or is that like a 90s thing that was before you were
Mormon
born?
ad?
Yeah, have you ever heard that term before?
No, what is that?
Mormon ads were like...
Because
dude.
I've seen Mormon ads on YouTube. Can I also note one thing?
Okay, what?
Just for the anti-Mormons out there.
Uh-oh, where's this going? Yeah,
I
what?
think they should switch their names from anti-Mormons to the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, because that is because they're not targeting us if they're saying anti-Mormons, because we are not the Mormon Church. So if you say the Mormon Church is doing this or the Mormon Church is doing that, then you cannot target us, because we are the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, by the way.
Oh, so are you doing the semantic argument? You know what I'm saying, buddy?
Yeah.
Okay, so check this out, bro. So I just did a Google search, and here's like some classic Mormon ads, dude. Like, so check this one out, bro. This right here, I'll make it a little bit bigger so the audience can see it. But see this right there? This is like a total classic Mormon ad. It was a series of ads that were kind of meant to not lampoon, but to mirror some of the motivational posters in the day. There used to be this one of like this guy hanging off a cliff all dramatically, and it was like, you can overcome any obstacle in your life, perseverance, you know? And so it'd have like some kind of like bold letter that said like, love, the thing that keeps family together. And there'd be a picture of some like ultra picturesque family, like Mitt Romney in his 40s or something, right?
This sounds like my like school counselor posters that they make us put up. They're like, the word of the month is perseverance.
Yeah.
And we'll give prizes to the kids who persevere the most this month.
Yeah, dude. So look at this. So here was a Mormon ad. Can you read it, bro?
You can conquer giant problems.
Yeah. There's a super corny picture.
Like,
Super corny picture of a dude. Look at him. Look at him. He's straight up got a bow and arrow sling. And I mean, that was like back when Photoshop was in its infancy, man. I mean, these things literally were coming out in the late 90s when I was in like junior high. We got to look at another one of these classic Mormon ads. All right. Oh, here's another one right here. Are you ready, bro? Mm-hmm. Are you ready for it?
Yeah.
Oh, this is hilarious, dude. This is hilarious. I'm going to see if I can pull it up on its own. Mm-hmm. Open image in new tab.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah?
Finish this real quick.
Okay, so here it is right here. What's this one say, bro?
Don't live
on the
edge.
Yeah, the boundary of righteousness is also the brink of sin. Don't risk a tragic fall. See Doctrine and Covenants 131. Like, look at that, dude.
What life do you think? Like, what life do they think we're living on? Like,
yeah. So look, yeah. Well, apparently you got to watch out for what you watch on daytime television. That's living on the edge in the late 90s, dog.
What is it? Don't watch this show.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. Like the Christian right was pretty big, and I think a lot of Mormons got influenced into thinking like, oh, that MTV. And it just like ended up kind of not being.
Ridiculousness is a great show.
Yeah. Or are you defending it, bro?
No.
No.
There's a difference between 90s MTV and still like weird MTV today, and like whatever that guy's name is on a show reacting to funny videos.
Okay, that's funny, dude. All right, so we're actually going to look at a couple more of these. Oh my gosh, this is actually really funny. I don't even remember some of these. This is the only one that I remember, all right? I'm going to show you the one that I remember, okay? This right here was a total Mormon ad that I remember from when I was a kid that was actually inside of the church hallway that I remember seeing. And this one right here, oh, whoops, it just went away. No, we got to get rid of that one. Dang it. Here we go. This one, bro, I totally remember seeing in the halls. Gossip. Don't pass it on.
Don't pass it on.
and it was like the
What- is this
black
supposed to be,
tar.
like, tar. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What? So are you getting the moral of the story, dog?
Yeah, I am getting the moral of the story. If you know anything about church history.
Well, I don't think they're talking about tarring and feathering. They're just saying that, like,
Yeah. Well, it's
yeah.
bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And it muddies you. It sullies the water.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So we got that one. I'm going to choose another good one. We got to go
Yeah.
through another one. We got to go for another couple of these. Oh my gosh. This is so dated. Oh, you got to see this one, Will the Thrill. Oh my goodness gracious. Look at this. Read it, brother.
Reflect on eternity.
Dude, look at that. Oh, yeah. This is so 90s. Look at those pants.
That is so 90s. And look at that, like, amazing Photoshop right there. Just so amazing.
That is a high neck dress with a, we don't say pink anymore. My uncle, I make fun of him for having worn pink stuff. And he says, not pink, it's salmon. Salmon color. But there's a pink bow tie on that guy right there.
I love how she has, like, the turtleneck sort of thing going on right there.
Yeah, a whole turtleneck, not prom dress, but wedding dress going on. Okay, and then here's another one. Second to last one right here. This one, I never saw this one before, so we got to see what it says. What does it say, brother?
A little talent can be big fun.
So what if you've never been a concert pianist? Your talent can still mean world-class enjoyment. See Doctrine and Covenants 8833. Oh, okay, cool. So it's just kind of meant to be, kind of corny, but kind of cool, saying it doesn't matter if you're like a concert pianist. You can still learn to play the piano.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's cool. I'm digging these. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go check out another one or two of these before we get out of here, because this is actually kind of fun. Oh, my gosh. Man, I swear, dude, this is literally what it was like in the 20th century right here. Are you ready for this one, Will?
Sure.
This one is a groaner. This one's a total groaner. No, I mean, it's good. It's cool. I'm not trying to rip on anybody in the church office building who made this back in the day, because this was like top-notch mass marketing back in the day. But now we can kind of look back at it and have a lot of fun. Are you ready for this, bro?
Mm-hmm.
3, 2, 1.
That's a perfect, like, I don't know how you do that rocket sound. That sounds crazy.
You like that?
Yeah.
You want to do it one more time? Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Okay, it's probably just the mics.
Yeah. Oh, dude, rough.
No.
So it's not natural talent. It's probably just the mics. Read your freaking Mormon ad, dude.
I was just saying the mic probably puts
So,
in a little more bass.
Mormon ad, the greatest how-to books ever written.
How-to books.
Yeah, right there. And then I think there's like, is that paint on the bottom? What is that, bro? See that right there? And look at that calculator. Do you know what that do you know what those little squares in the top of that calculator are? What'd you say?
Looks like a typewriter.
Yeah, that calculator looks kind of like a typewriter, but do you know what those things are on the top of it? Those little brown discs? Not brown discs, those little like black squares?
No.
Either that's where the letters actually show up and it's battery powered, or it's solar panels, bro.
They still do that with calculators these days. They put solar panels in it.
Yeah, the little solar powered little dude, there was this calculator called the TI-83 when I came out that replaced the TI-82, and you had to take it to calculus class, and it was freaking gnarly, dude. And now people are just like, yo, I'm using my iPhone,
No, so there's actually my brother, he bought this calculator, and it's like crazy because he does like, for some reason, he does this really hard math, and he has to get this calculator that's like huge, and it can do all this different stuff. It's crazy.
Okay, that's pretty sick. So you want to do one more of these, bro?
Mm-hmm. One more.
Okay, I don't quite get this one yet.
You
but
are the yeast.
Yeah, read that. What's that say, brother?
It says, you are the yeast. Does it say something at the bottom?
I know. Let's see what it says. We're going to zoom in. It says, you are the yeast. You can help others rise to the occasion. Oh, it's a groaner.
It's a pun.
It's a pun. In the defense of puns, I was actually I did a lot of stand-up comedy when I was in college, and even got a tour a little bit. And it was pretty fun. And I was actually reading a book on the intelligence required for humor. And do you know what the least intelligent jokes are and the most intelligent jokes are? Will the Thrill?
Least intelligent jokes are probably ones that don't relate to the person that you're talking to.
Oh, okay, they don't have a common background. Okay,
Yeah,
that's cool.
Don't have a common background.
And what do you think the most intelligent jokes are?
Are ones that do have a common background.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so you're thinking that...
Because I think one thing that comedians do is, it's not like they're doing knock-knock jokes, which, like, you're doing jokes that are funny that people will think about these days that everybody will know about.
Okay.
You're making a joke about, like, Mike Tyson or something in the 80s.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, the most intelligent humor, the least intelligent jokes and the least intelligent humor was sarcasm.
Sarcasm?
Yeah, sarcasm. Isn't that kind of crazy that apparently...
I would agree with that because not a lot of people get sarcasm sometimes.
No, but apparently, sarcasm requires the least amount of intelligence to execute.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you know what the most, most intelligent jokes, what requires the most intelligent jokes to execute?
I don't know. What is it?
Puns.
Puns?
Puns. Apparently puns require the most amount of intelligence to execute as well as the most amount of intelligence to quickly understand. So anybody out there that, is an aficionado of puns, like, you are the yeast, help others rise around you, or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
I want to wonder, who made all these things? Like, do they have a guy cooped up in his office just making these, like, weird puns that somehow...
Hey, they're not weird puns, they're cool puns. This is Mormon ads in the 90s, man. This is peak society, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So give a shout out to our new member. We got a new member that just jumped in.
Wow.
You see it, who it is? It says...
Random Film Stat.
Yeah, give them their first shout out, bro.
Well, thank you for becoming a member, Random Film Stat.
Yeah, I wonder what Random Film Stat means. Is this like a statistician for film?
I don't know. He could probably answer.
Or a Random Film Stat, like who it has or something? That's kind of interesting. But whatevs. Like, that's all good, Mm-hmm. Brittany the Shadow likes him. She's my wife, so, rock on. We'll keep doing them. Do you want to just do one or two more of these freaking classic Mormon ads before we bounce, bro?
I wanna ask you a question. What is your favorite Mormon movie? Like, whether it's like The Singles Ward or like The Best 2 Years.
Really? That's a good question. Actually,
I'll start off with mine. Okay. I've watched this like literally 30 times probably.
Okay.
Because it's on BYU TV, which is, I think it's free, which is amazing. And I just would watch this every Sunday over and over, and I still do. And it's The Singles Ward. It's just an amazing.
With Kirby?
Yeah, with Kirby Hayborn. The RM is a really good movie too with Kirby. Kirby's in all of those movies, man. He's in all of them.
Yeah, we're a little bit spoiled here in Los Angeles. He just moved away, but yeah, all those Mormon actors were in our steak. So it was kind of funny. You'd be like watching a Super Bowl commercial, and then like the buddy that you stand next to in the ward choir that like you play basketball with is like there, like as a German scientist. You're like, oh, hey, what's up, bro?
Yeah.
And it was funny. I'd text Kirby Hayborn. Whenever I'd see him, I'd like text a picture on my TV because it's always good to see where your stuff is going and what pub you're getting and so on and so forth. But whenever I text Kirby, I'd say, hey, bro, I just saw your Super Bowl ad. Rock on. Good job, bro. Well, it's not Super Bowl ad, but I just saw your XYZ ad, Best Buy ad or whatever. He'd always be like, yay, we can eat meat this month.
So there was an ad that I know somebody that was in it, and it was a Super Bowl ad.
Okay,
it was for some detergent thing, and he was like a coach in it, and he got like, it was right before the Super Bowl, and he ate like a tamale, and he got it all over himself. So he had to run home and put it in the dryer, and it was like some washing clothes ad, and it was just funny to see him in it.
Okay, so Thomas y Jesus Tomini, actually I don't even know how to say his name, says, once I was a beehive. I was actually just talking to the director and producer of Once I Was a Beehive just last week.
I've seen that movie before.
Yeah, and he was in actually a movie of mine directed by Matthew Pearson called Negotiator. Super talented guy. And I just watched one of his other films, the Saratov Approach, I think it was, about the missionaries that were kidnapped by the mafia in Russia, bro. Have you ever seen that one?
Wait, what is it called?
I think it's called the Saratov Approach.
The Saratov Approach? No,
Yeah,
I've
it's
never
about
seen
2
that.
missionaries that were kidnapped in Russia. It's got Corbin Allred. I did some improv with him like probably a decade ago. He was down here in LA for a while as well.
What's that movie? There's this one movie where it's like this guy, he has like 1 week on his mission, and he gets like this left on it. And he gets like this one missionary that's supposedly like not excuse me.
Yeah.
Not like the best. So he has to kind of like make sure he finishes off his thing good. And then turns out this guy is like realistically actually like a cop that's like undercover. And it's an amazing movie. And then at the end, there was a person that he thought saw him in his dream getting baptized. But it actually wasn't that person. That person canceled their baptism. It was actually the missionary that he was working with that was actually an undercover cop. And then he ended up baptizing him at the end of the movie.
Okay.
But it was a really cool movie.
So let me see. Mine, bro. I don't like cheesy ones. I'm seeing a lot of people saying Brigham City. I've never seen Brigham City, I admit. Didn't finish Baptist at the barbecue. Struggled through most of Hailstorm Entertainment. Saw God's Army 2. I know all the financiers of that one. I'm actually not really good on Mormon cinema because it frustrates me. But I should, because I'm actually making a really funny movie. I should watch a little bit more of it. I loved the Saints and Soldiers franchise.
Yeah, that's.
I dug that. I like serious films more. So that's the thing, is they kind of went a little bit comedic for Mormons by Mormons, and I dig that, and they're good. But I like a little bit more the serious flicks. So I dug what they pulled off in Saints and Soldiers, especially knowing the budget they had. Like that actually makes me like it even more. Maybe that's kind of like an adult producer's perspective, but yeah, that's what I dug. I thought that was pretty cool.
I think Mitchell Clark, The Other Side of Heaven, is also a great movie.
Yeah, dude. My buddy's friends invested in that one back in the day. Back when Anne Hathaway was like not so well known and everything. That was pretty crazy. So you liked that one?
Yeah.
I felt a little bit frustrated by Other Side of Heaven because I felt like the movie didn't have like a third act or a huge character arc or like I felt like it was a massive vignette.
They made a second one. So if you feel like it wasn't finished, then you can go watch the second one.
Yeah. And then actually, you know what my favorite movie is? One of my favorite movies is actually made by the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And it's not a Mormon film as in like meant to be a Mormon feature film. It's a church produced film. This is actually a beautiful film that I saw a LA filmmaker actually try and redo in about 2005 or 2006. But Touch of the Master's Hand. Oh, it's like an old 80s, like late 70s, early 80s maybe, kind of movie. Have you ever seen Touch of the Master's Hand?
Touch of the Master's Hand?
Yeah. Did anybody ever show that like when you were in primary or anything?
No.
Anybody in chat, everybody, tell me if you've ever seen the old Mormon video, Touch of the Master's Hand. It was straight up genius. And yes, I saw the Saturday's Warrior comment. And yes, I did play Mac in Saturday's Warrior in 2000 or 2001. Yeah, that was like back in the day, dude. Anyway, keep going. What?
I think it's funny. Brittany said, you've never seen Brigham City? Are we even married?
Oh, savage. Why, is that good? Have you seen it, bro?
Yeah, I've seen it. It's Saturday's Warriors.
Wait, Brigham City is Saturday's Warrior?
No. Brigham City. I've never seen that one, but.
Oh yeah, so she divorced you too, dog. You know what I'm saying? See, you're toasting your marriage too, man. Dude, that's funny.
Luckily, I'm only 12 years old, so.
Oh, dude, that's funny, dude. That's funny. So, anyway, yeah, we're gonna have to wrap it up here pretty soon. Before we go, though, I gotta say, John Bystrom always knows like the craziest, deepest stuff. I didn't know that This guy must be like a total awesome conspiracy theorist of some sort. But I didn't. I was interviewing once Jim Bennett, and John Bystrom puts up and says, "This guy's dad broke into the Watergate Hotel." And I was like, "Hey, bro, is this true?" Like right on the live stream, I was like, "Yo, did your dad ever bust into the Watergate Hotel?"
I was
like,
on that
"Yeah,
episode.
dude." Oh, you were on that one?
Yeah, that was the episode where we were like, "Yep," and we're on the film with the guy who pooped in Howard Hughes' pool.
Oh yeah. So John Bystrom was straight up right. And I was like, oh man. So apparently we still have to do the video with Jim Bennett about how his dad busted into the Watergate Hotel and did that, because he also brings up another interesting point. He says, where'd it go, dude? I'm losing it. John, where'd it go? He said basically that Mormons financed Las Vegas and all of those like seedy hotels back in the 70s, like when you watch The Godfather. Oh yeah, it says Mormon bankers financed the mafia casinos. See The Godfather 3. I gotta go see my Salt Lake bankers, said The Godfather. Look up Adnan Khashoggi and Salt Lake real estate. Oh snap. Oh man, that's crazy. It's like I've heard all kinds of cool things like the Cannon family curse, the Howard Hughes, fake will and stuff like that. Yeah. So you never said what your favorite movie was. I forgot. What was yours? Before
Mine was Singles Ward or RM. Those are two really good ones.
If you like Singles Ward or RM, dude. Hey, we should make a Mormon movie, dude. What do you want it to be about?
It'll be, I don't know. What will we make it about? We'll make it like some weird thing where we're podcasters.
Actually, you know what? I might as well talk about it here, since we're all just having fun.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, you know, we got viewers of the channel here.
What should it be about?
But I'm actually producing right now a film. And everybody in the chat, I'm going to do a little poll. And I want you to participate and tell me what you think, okay? The key to successful filmmaking isn't filmmaking, but actually film distribution. And one of the reasons why I consistently put out content on Midnight Mormons is, I believe in the cause. I believe in showing that you're not stupid if you believe. I want to bring as many inspiring stories to people as I can. And it's also fun. Okay, I have a lot of fun here, but also I'm creating a distribution network, hopefully, for future artists, future films, future music videos, and cultural touch points that all of us can participate in and love. And so I actually have a friend of mine who wrote the movie. I can't, maybe I shouldn't say it yet. I will tell you this. It's a top 10 sci-fi comedy. Okay, I have a friend that wrote a top 10 mainstream sci-fi comedy, and me and him are teaming up, and we're actually going to produce a script that he wrote. He also wrote another Mormon film about, I'd say about 5 to 7 years ago. It got produced and released. So this is a, top 50 writer in Hollywood right now, and we're actually going to produce a script he wrote together, just me and him. Okay. And it's going to have some familiar faces. It's going to be low budget, but extremely high production quality. It's going to look like $1 million movie. And I could always go out and I could just go do the usual, get investors, make it for $250,000, sell it for $1 million, pull a profit that way, stick it on some streaming platform for $7.99 where you make your money back in 2 or 3 years. And then somebody else owns it and so on and so forth. Or else I could just do it hardcore, bare bones. And instead of selling it off to somebody who's going to forget it in distribution or whatever, I thought it could be a members only video on the YouTube channel. And we either kickstart it through Midnight Mormons, or we just simply make it ourselves on our investor cash that we have just with us as producers, hardcore bare bones. And then anybody that's a member on our channel for like the first 6 weeks or something like that. I don't know, 6 days, 6 weeks, whatever the release period is, that it would be the members that got to see it first. All right. So chat, I want to know, you're our little poll right now. Okay. Of the 50 people that we got watching right now, would you be interested? Would you sign up for a $5 a month membership on YouTube if you knew that you would actually be able to be one of the first to watch a movie specifically produced by Midnight Mormons? Let me know in the chat if you actually, that would be something you are interested in. Because that's a legitimate distribution avenue. The problem with filmmaking isn't filmmaking, it's film distribution. And if there's audience that would be interested in it. Now, yes, there's other avenues that you can go through, but honestly, they all frustrate me. Yes, some people say, yeah, what about VidAngel? Look, okay, cool. So VidAngel's been fighting this war with Hollywood, trying to censor like Italian mob movies from the 80s, which is the stupidest uphill battle I've ever seen in my life, trying to censor Hollywood. I think it's, I get where they're coming from, but I think it's a foolish effort. The only good thing that they've come out with that I really, really liked was The Chosen, right? But even The Chosen kind of frustrates me because the second you start following Dallas Jenkins, every third video of his is like explaining he's not a Mormon and how he hasn't converted to Mormonism yet, reassuring his evangelical audience that he's not a turncoat, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yeah, Deseret book owned by the church, but I mean, they're not pushing anything and you really have to push a film to do it. That's something I really liked about McLean Nelson. He pushed Once I Was a Beehive. You know what I'm saying? I'd be curious to see what they had to say if they want to grow and they'd be interested in really pushing and making it a cultural touch point. But a lot of people aren't really viewing it from that same angle as I am. But yeah, I mean, if they're interested, I'd totally partner up with anybody, but I just want to make sure that it's like hardcore, like ground and pound, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? So,
I think there's a funny thing.
Hit it.
I'm not gonna say his whole name. Thomas in the chat. He said, "You remember when you said, would you be willing to pay this?" And he said yes. But the funny thing is, he's already a member in the chat. So.
Oh yeah, just meaning that he'd stay.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, Chris Hanna asked, "How do you even do that membership on the channel?" I do it now anyway. How else do I pay tithing? That's funny, dude. Oh, what if we just like emotionally leveraged people into thinking that it was some kind of tithe? No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. No, I'm serious. I'm kidding. Like, dude, I'm kidding. Like, I don't need somebody to clip that and then come back and say like, yo, dude, what the heck?
We're going to see that on Facebook or something where it's going to be like Bill Reel or John Olin. And they're like, this clip, and then you're like, put it in context.
Yeah, by the way, have you watched The Chosen, bro?
The Chosen, yes, I have.
Dude, I The Chosen is amazing.
Yeah,
it's easily top 10 production of all time for me. Like, and that main actor that plays Jesus, I think except for Our Jesus and Lamb of God, the Aussie that played Jesus in the new BibleVideos.org and The Chosen Jesus are just phenomenal.
I know the guy who actually makes the music for the Book of Mormon videos.
Oh yeah, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about Alan?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, rock on. Yeah, actually, we're pretty lucky here in Los Angeles. You're just dripping in all kinds of Hollywood talent. So,
yeah.
You got Brad, who's King Mosiah
King
in the
Mosiah with
Book of Mormon movies. Yeah.
Yeah, Chad.
It's actually pretty sick. So anyway, we learned a lot today. We checked out. What did we learn today?
We've learned that we have helped someone steer to the church, like, thankfully. And we also learned that anti-Mormons need to change their names to Anti-Church of Jesus Christ Latter-day Saints if they're going to really target us.
Yeah, and you dug those Mormon ads, didn't you?
Yeah, we learned that.
And your favorite movie was? Your favorite Mormon movie?
Singles Ward and the RM.
Okay, cool. Mm-hmm. All right, well, we're going to shut this cheese down. It's been fun hanging out with you guys. Before we go, Alex Cox, yes, if you got a good connection, connect me, man. I'll talk to anybody. and I've got some serious connections as well. If we can get some synergy going, I'd love to get something going. I think that's awesome. Other than that, thank you everybody for hanging out with us today. It's been totally awesome. Big shout out to all the members. You guys keep this going. Big shout out to everybody that has contributed to the channel on Venmo. I've been looking at the stats. A lot of you guys haven't subscribed yet. Over 50%, it's like 51, 52% of our views come from people who simply just search us in the search bar and then watch us.
If it's not going to hurt you, man. If you just watch the video, subscribing it's not going to hurt. Just
now I know a lot of you guys don't want to create a YouTube account and so on and so forth.
But you're going to need to one day, so might as well do it now.
Yeah. Jeez, I love how you're just you're shilling for YouTube. Yeah. Well, hopefully if you guys can bring yourselves to actually make a YouTube account, you really don't need to give a lot of information out to YouTube in order to subscribe, but the subs really, really do help. So yeah, hopefully one of these days soon, we'll be able to earn your subscription. Also, if you don't mind, guys, sharing, we specifically try and make the thumbnails for a lot of our more intellectual and spiritual arguments, higher quality, better, so on and so forth. So they're very shareable because we really want you guys to share as much as you can. The videos such, for example, as the top 5 epistemological reasons why you can say the church is true. I mean, the Hansen 5 model, as spoken articulated by Jacob Hansen, as to how you can know knowledge, spiritual knowledge, secular knowledge, physical knowledge, and how you can know the church is true is intense. If you have not seen it, go watch it. And even if you're literally just copying and pasting that on a Facebook or taking a clip and putting it on Instagram saying, yo, this was a cool argument, I enjoyed it. You don't have to say I wholeheartedly endorse every word these guys say, but please share the video. The algorithms oftentimes are not friendly to small channels like ours or people that have ideas like ours. So if you can just go out of your way and just simply repost on like Facebook or Instagram, or if you're on TikTok, put a funny clip up there and say, hey, these guys are awesome, and just link to our channel, then great, that would help us out a ton. And Alex, reach out on the website. You can email us on the website. So if you don't mind just connecting us, that would be cool. And last but not least, Thomas E. Jesus Tomeni says epistemology rocks. I think there is no other better way of ending a podcast than by just saying epistemology rocks. Anyway, got any last words, bro, before we get out of here?
Yeah, I want to thank our subscribers because we've gone up a lot and we're growing. So let's keep on growing.
All right, cool. Awesome. This is Midnight Mormons. We'll see you guys. Or you want to say it, dog?
This is Midnight Mormons, and we'll see you